Evening all, Kieran here, back with another racing podcast for my racing community. Back on a Tuesday evening because we have a 3-day meeting starting on Thursday from Newmarket, where I'm going to go through each day. I'm going to go through Thursdays today, and I'll do another video tomorrow for Fridays, and then the normal Thursday slot for Saturday's action. 4 races to cover from the ITV races on Thursday at Newmarket, and we'll start with those right now. Nice little winner on Saturday, only the one unfortunately, but Classic did the job, which may come back with a little bit of a loss from the podcast, but not too bad, and we haven't done too badly so far for the month. Currently around 11 points up for the month, so it's going okay. Thanks to all those that are following, liking the videos, subscribing, etc., and supporting my content both on Twitter and obviously my Telegram as well. Very much appreciated, and if you can spread the word and get more involved, then happy days. So let's try and find 4 winners for Thursday, starting with the Bahrain Trophy, the normally race that kicks off the July Newmarket Festival meeting. Over 1 mile 5 West Scandinavia. I couldn't believe the price when I looked at this just a moment ago. Scandinavia has actually been backed into favourite now at 7-4 for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien, off the back of finishing 5th in the Queen's Vase, where 4 of out of the 5 that take their place in this all ran in the race. I'm not sure where his form really, where he's going to find a significant improvement to. I think he's got 3 lengths to find with Ferber, who has been anti-post favourite for this race for a while, and is now out to as big as 9-4 for Andrew Bowling and O'Shea Murphy. But he's the horse I'm going to side with. He's Ferber for the Bowling Murphy combination. Nice debut win up at Newbury to start with. At the start of the season, he then went to the Chester Vase, where he's a decent 5th. Obviously, plenty of winners coming out of the Chester Vase, notably the Derby winner in Lambourne, and there's been a few others as well that have come out and won that race, from that race since. And then obviously he was second in the Queen's Vase and looked like he was going to be the winner coming down the straight, but Karmas, who I was on for Paddy Toomey, just managed to hold on under a lovely ride from Billy Lee, but Ferber certainly had every chance, and at 9-4 I think he's definitely coming to worth a price now where he's definitely going to be worth a bet for sure. So he would be my selection over Scandinavia. You've obviously got 2 others, Hallelujah You and I can't remember the other one, Titanium something. The other one is who's in the race from the Queen's Vase, and then you've got Night Dreamer of Richard Hannons, who's currently 3rd favourite. Was the only one that didn't run in the race. He ran it in the Derby and was 8th in the Derby. Obviously went off 100 to 1 shot that day. But no, Ferber is the one that I'm going to be siding with in the Bahrain Trophy. For Bowling and Murphy, which combination they keep banging the winners every single week. We then move on to the 225, the Kingdom of Bahrain July Stakes over 6 furlongs, where Maximise is favourite at 13-8 for Buick and Appleby, off the back of 2 wins this far last time up at Epsom on Derby Trials Day, it's similar Blue Ribbon Day. But the horse I like in here is the only one in the race that hasn't actually won a race yet, and it's Do or Do Not for Ed Walker and Tom Marquand, currently best price 5-1. Was down the field on debut at Newbury, but that race is a seriously hot race with humidity, no pun intended, winning the race, and then obviously he's gone on to win the Chesham since. A few others have come out of that race and won since as well. Do or Do Not then went up to York, where he's 2nd, beaten a neck by Taj, obviously just beaten on the run-in, which was very unfortunate, and then went to the Coventry at Royal Ascot and finished a very credible 2nd behind Gustard in the Coventry. And I think that form of the Coventry will be strong going into the later part of this season. I can see he's rated 105 and Maxim's only rated 98, so, and they're obviously of level weight. He's 5-1 against 13-8 now. I think 5-1's far too big for the form that he's shown. and hopefully he shows a decent turn of form on Thursday and maybe upsets the apple cart a little bit. Ed Walker's horses are in decent form as well at the moment, so I will be siding with do not in the July Stakes. We then move on to the 3 o'clock, the only handicap that they cover on this card, the ITV are covering, and it's the Bet Boost at Bet365 handicap over 6 furlongs, where Huckles-Burke for Roger Teal and Double Rush for Charlie Hills are both joint favourites, both off the back of wins last time out. The horse I'm actually going to side with, though, is American Style of Kevin Ryan's. Josephine Gordon will be in the saddle, currently best price 20 to 1. Now everybody's going, why the hell are you buying a 21 shot? But this is a 16, 17 runner handicap. You're going to get 5 places on the day. I'm not looking towards the top of the market. I'm looking down the bottom to see if there's something that's in half decent nick that could run into a decent place or potentially win the race. Won at Ripon first time out this season, and then has run twice on the other Newmarket track by finishing second both times in 2 decent races before running it in another bit decent handicap at the back end of last season as well, at York, where finishing 5th. So he's got plenty of form in the book, and I think potentially he could outrun his odds at 20 to 1. Kevin Ryan obviously sending one down from the north to Newmarket, Presence fell, could be a tip in itself, and the fact that the horses he's finished the round are around 6-7 to 1 in the market and he's 20s, I think he's overpriced, so I'm willing to take a swing at him with the extra places available. And then we move on to the big race of the day, the Prince of Wales Stakes over 1 mile 4 furlongs, where Ghostwriter is favourite for at 15 to 8 for David Egan and Clive Cox, obviously now owned by Ammo Racing. Was 3rd in the Hardwick last time behind Rebel Romance at the Royal Meeting. But I'm going to take a swing at one here, and I'm going to take a swing at Al Cadores of Buick and Appleby, the combination. I think you can get best price about 8 to 1 about this horse. He's the outsider of the party currently, and I can't believe he is. Won at Newmarket at the start of the season, beating French Master, who's obviously gone on and won at Goodwood and then at Royal Ascot. So that form looks solid. That was over 1 mile 4. He basically dictated all the way around, and French Master couldn't quite get to him. Obviously, then French Master's gone up in trip and won twice. So the form looks strong from that race. He was in 3rd in a Group 3 at Newbury, where again he tried to lead and didn't quite see out the job when finishing 3rd that day. But hopefully he will decide to lead on Thursday. And then the final one in his last race was a listed event at York, where it was a 1 mile 6. I think they were trying to settle him in to try and get the trip, and it didn't quite pay dividends as Al Kareem made all, and he couldn't quite get to Al Karibus couldn't quite get to him, to be honest. So off quite a tactical race, Al Kareem dictated off the front and then went again, and nobody was for catching. I'm hoping that William Buick decides to take the matter into his own hand and dictate the pace and potentially nick this off the front. And the fact that he's 8 to 1, and Ghost Rider's going to be held up, there's no ifs, buts, maybe about that. There's no chance he's going from the front. So if Al Carubus, and the fact that Buick's picked him over Arabian Crown as well, gives me indications that they do fancy this horse a lot, and I think 8 to 1 is too big not to snap up. So going back through the races, the 4 races, the selections are in the 150, the Bahrain Trophy, we've gone for Further for Balding and Murphy. The 225, the July Stakes for Do or Do Not for Ed Walker. The handicap at 3 o'clock with American Star for Kevin Ryan. And the Prince of Wales Stakes at 3:35, Al Karibus for Buick and Appleby. I will not be taking anti-post price on these. I will be potentially putting some up on Thursday morning. If you want to keep an eye on both my Twitter and my Telegram for them prices, see which ones I actually do back in the end. But those are my intake on the races. thanks for listening again, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for Friday's racing, where we've got 4 from Newmarket and 2 from York. So until then, guys, have a good day and enjoy your evening, and happy punting to all.